Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Pentagon for Gold. After quite a busy transfer window, we've had a mediocre start to the season. We haven't actually lost yet, so we're still on currently 32 games unbeaten in the league. But we've drawn 3 games, which really isn't good enough, and as a result we are slightly behind the pace. Cape Town City, who we're playing today, have got just 4 points clear of us. If we win here, that'll be just 1, and we would probably, we'd still have a game in hand. So actually it's not too bad, but it's going to be difficult because we've just played 2 days ago. We beat Supersport United 4-0. I'll show you the general schedule that we've had recently. So this season, the games that I showed you were Sundowns and Sekakun United. We started the season fantastically, and it was all going really well until we started getting these little draws. Orlando Pirates 0-0. Golden Arrows was a very frustrating one because we dominated the game and then they scored twice in the last couple of minutes. Poor keeping from Aquino, who aside from that has been very good for me. And Stellenbosch then also drew with us while we were at home, which was annoying because they were lower down the table, and we've got 3 big games in a row here because Supersport United was 6th, Cape Town City is 2nd, and Bloem Celtic I believe are 5th. Yes. And yeah, the scheduling here is stupid. I've played several games, 2 days there in these games, then 3 days after quite a long break as well. Then here we had 3 days, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. Then we got a week off, over a week off in fact. Why would this not be on, probably Sunday would be best, but at the latest Saturday? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, we'll do the best that we can. We've got lots of issues with our squad at the moment because Rivas is still unhappy. Iverson is happy, he's okay. Maponchain's finally back from injury, but he's lacking sharpness quite severely. And if you look at the fitness of these players here, there's not a lot of them that are actually ready to play. So I'm having to go with a bit of a rotated team for these games, and hopefully we'll manage to get through without too many issues. Liam Burns having to rest because he's jaded, and I did try and rest him before, but then he went on to international duty instantly and ended up needing more rest, so that was a little bit frustrating. Anyway, that is the basic state of play today, and we are hopefully going to be able to beat Cape Town City, who have been pretty good this season. As you can see, they are very good at scoring goals, but they also do let in quite a lot of goals. So I guess our challenge is just to avoid letting them score, and we should be okay. Daryl Payne, who actually belongs to us, he's currently on loan there. He's suspended for this game, which is probably good for us. And No Dada is out, as well as Adjugan being doubtful. But Vallejo is doubtful, and Sienna Daniels, I don't know how long they've got left on their injuries. Vallejo is out for 8 days to 2 weeks, so he's definitely not ready. And Sienna Daniels is returning to training in 5 days, so we probably don't think he'll be able to play in the next game, but he'll definitely be fit for Amazulu on the 21st. Now, I know I said that Liam Byrne was resting, as is Iverson actually, but I just need to get them in because they have better fitness than the other options in those positions, apart from Rivas, who is still unhappy, and I don't really trust him in centre-back at the moment because of that. He's probably okay most of the time, but given that his morale is pretty shocking right now and has been for the whole season, I don't want to make any mistakes because there was one game that he did let me down. So as we have our squad today, it's Nkabane as a box-to-box today with Koopstad coming into defensive midfield. Mantia goes to centre-back. He's usually played on either side of the defence, but I've put him into centre-back recently and on occasion just because Rivas is being a bit difficult. And Makoba starts on the right, one of his first starts this season, not necessarily the first he's had, but he generally has only started in the Champions League against the smaller teams. And then Buthelezi goes to the left-hand side today. Let's hope that we can get the win that we know we are good enough to get. But obviously, this opposition we've got today, Cape Town City, have far better fitness probably. I don't know quite why it's not showing. I assume because of the number of games we're having in quick succession. All that will help our cause there. Shocking tackle. Very good for us. But I assume because of the lack of scouting we've been able to do of teams, it won't help our cause when we're actually trying to face them. Buthelezi seems to have an injury, which is not good. I guess Sandoval will get to play. All our key players seem to be either unfit or injured, apart from Nkabane actually. He's been ever present pretty much, and his stamina and natural fitness really do help him out. And this is the guy that scored all the goals for Cape Town City recently, Khumalo. He scored 11 goals in 10 games when I last looked. Scored almost half their goals, in fact. But thankfully, he did not score there. Now, Makoba can break here. It's probably going to be tackled off him. And he lost control of it, really, and just gave it straight to Flandorp. Might be worth us going on to an attacking mentality just to really take advantage of this extra man that we have. We're not really creating all that much in spite of that, though. As I say that, can Iverson create something? Makoba. Iverson again. Got loads of space to pass into. And Nkabane miles over the bar in the end. Poor shot. 11 shots and 1 on target. This is what we've been playing with this season. We've often underperformed our expected goals again, particularly recently. We started the season really well. And it's a shame because, you know, at the end of last season, we were actually starting to turn the screw with that, avoiding, you know, underperforming the expected goals at all times. And I thought Sitole and Mkwanazi would be good enough to avoid underperforming that. That looks very cheap to me, but we'll take it. Come on, Sitole. He's only got 6.4 so far, but hopefully he can step up and score here. And he has. Good work. Just what we needed. A good start to the second half. Bit lucky with how it came. Makoba probably wasn't really fouled. He looked like he went down very easily. But that's definitely an improvement on the first half. We do also need to start thinking about rotating some of the players out so that we can actually play the game in a couple of days. Because it's no good winning here and then losing in 2 days' time to get rid of that advantage we've just made. So I think Velapai will probably be coming off. Get him upon chain. He is nervous, but I guess we're just going to have to cope. And I don't really know. When are we getting off one of the more key players, perhaps? But it doesn't look like I actually have the option to. I think what I will do is, it's risky perhaps, but I think we will do this. Get Mkwanazi up front with Sitole. Have him as a target man because he's got 18 heading, so actually he's a decent option for that. And Sandoval, he can't come any further back. Can Makoba? Yes, he can. He can play as a wide midfielder. Yes, he can play as a winger, so that's good. Makoba is now tired himself, but hopefully I'll have enough to get through the rest of this game. Now Mantia finding Maponchain. It's good to have him back, and he's come back at an important time because our squad is threadbare at the moment at best. And now Khumalo looks to have gone round Liam Byrne. Or no, Mantia rather, sorry. But they've got the ball back again, and they're now trying to build through the midfield. We're looking a little bit open here. A bit too open for my liking. And they've scored. Khumalo it is. I think we're going to demand more. And we'll put Makoba back further forward. Come on, lads. This is what I'm dealing with every game, though. They overperform their expected goals. We underperform. We'll add a slightly longer passing directness and hope that that can get us through this. Our defence is going to be very tired for the next game as well. This is so frustrating. I mean, at least we won the league last season, so I'm not too fussed this season. It's just annoying. I think I'll keep the morale up by saying we're unlucky, but in reality I'm very angry with that performance. Once again, they had a player sent off in the 9th minute. We should have won. Shouldn't have been a challenge, and yet we've let them get away with it there. And now we can't overtake either Cape Town City or Sundowns if we win our next game. And that's a big if at the moment because, frankly, we're just too tired. Look at this. I'm already resting them and this is what's happening. Awful. Well, in spite of that, a rather annoying result, should we say, there is good news in that we've extended our unbeaten run to a new team record of 34 games. Well, there's no rest for Iverson or Liam Byrne today, as they are the only players who have full fitness in that position. Matsimbi starts with Byrne, and Mukamela is playing on the left-hand side. Promise Bakuma starts as well on the right-hand side. Don't know why he's currently in the defensive midfield position on there, and Shane Roberts is where he should be. But that is the way around I've got them. And Mkwanazi takes the place of Sitole, because Sitole's been somewhat inconsistent recently. He's had some good performances, particularly in the Champions League, but I'd really like him to do well in the league as well. And I think the heading of Mkwanazi could prove useful today, and I also need to give him more runs out. And Matsimbi scores very quickly. Mkwanazi with the assist. Matsimbi scored a lot recently from corners. We're ahead after 11 minutes. See how we're doing in the league table now. Presumably we are the only game. Yes, we are. So we're not doing awfully. We've got a superior goal difference to both Sundowns and Cape Town City. We're only 1 point behind, which, given the scheduling we've had, I don't know why ours has been worse than Sundowns, even though Sundowns got further in the MTN8, but it always seems to happen. Lungwana. Now Shalquick. What's a good ball into Makuma? Been training him to look for killer balls and look for a long pass, and he's already able to do the killer balls. He hasn't done the long passes yet, but he found one there. Makuma with a good finish there, but our whole team is quite tired already, as you can see, so hopefully we can keep this going and not bottle it. We have been unusually clinical. Let's keep the boys going. Don't want to make any mistakes now. Makuma with the free kick. And Matsimbi is close, just over the bar, I think. He's an aerial threat, is Matsimbi. Don't know what his 15 and 13, I think. Yeah. And at 6'2", he's going to be good in the air, particularly at this level where defenders aren't always the tallest. Don't know how tall Liam Byrne is, 6 foot. But he's got decent jumping reach and very good heading, so actually not too bad in that respect. Melonica needs to come off. Let's get McPonshane on. And yeah, those seem like pretty safe substitutions to me. Wakefield and Sandoval. Don't know which way round. Okay, that's apparently better, so we'll do them that way round. I did think Wakefield was going to be a complete waste of money, to be honest, at the start of the season, but he is proving to be quite useful at this point, because with Vallejo injured, we have just about managed to get away with this few wingers. To be fair, winger is one of the positions we are strongest at in the squad in terms of numbers. It's a good thing I didn't let go of Sandoval. Mkwanazi into Nkabane. Nice bit of play here. We're pressuring them well. Mukamela has found the run of Wakefield outside. Now blocked by Dubé, but it's come back to us again. And that's surely a penalty. Yes, it is. Now Mkwanazi will get a chance to score on his return to the team. Can he do what Sitole did last time? Score the penalty. Less pressure on him in this one. And he can. Just snuck it under the keeper. Not a fantastic penalty, but he managed to sneak it under, so you can't complain too much. Matsimbi's having an absolute stormer. Very good performance from the boys against a Bloem Celtic side who have been very good the last couple of seasons, to be honest. A lot better than they were expected to do. And that has opened up a little bit of a gap to 4th place at least, but it's those top 2 positions we need to be fighting for, and really we want to be winning the league again en route to winning the Champions League. That's good training performances. At least Rivas isn't in the bad training, which has happened recently. And Fleming Iverson's almost triggered a clause for us, but he may actually be leaving soon, because he is wanted by a hell of a lot of clubs, including Atletico Madrid. So we'll see if we can get good money out of him. I'm not sure we will be able to, because I got non-negotiable offers in the summer, and then he got upset that I was rejecting them, and as a result he asked to leave, and that's why they then started doing even smaller offers. But I'm determined not to lose him for a rubbish fee, and I'm going to try and get him back on loan with a friendly and a very good sell-on percentage. So as you can see, Iverson's a wanted man, shall we say. Angers, Atletico, Betis, Porto, think that's Hebe, Lyon and Sampdoria, all on major interest, with Parma, Sporting and Verona on minor interest. I think if Atletico come in, I probably would have to sell him to them, because I think if it was real life, you'd struggle to hold a player back from achieving a dream like that, particularly when he's playing in South Africa. But to be honest, anyone like Betis, Porto and Lyon, I reckon, would probably be a dream signing for him. So I think if I can get him loaned back, I'll definitely let him go, because hopefully I'll be gone after this season anyway. In other news, I have actually got a new coaching course sorted. We managed to do the most recent one, which was the Continental C license. My attributes are okay now. I don't know why level of discipline has been 20 throughout. I didn't intend for that to happen. I would have thought that would be the thing I'd have the least care about. But yeah, I guess I must have accidentally selected that. But we're now studying for a Continental B license, so I don't know why they were stopping us from doing it about 2 years ago. But we're starting to get up to the upper echelons of the coaching licenses, and that's probably really good for our potential to move elsewhere in the world. So yeah, we're doing pretty well with that. And if we look at the competitions, to have a look at our group in the Total CAF Champions League, we are first in our group, Zamalek on a -1 goal difference. I guess we beat them 2-0 away at home. And they beat AS Vita Club, who I can't remember if we've played yet. No, we haven't. So we beat Zamalek 2-0 at home and Power Dynamos 6-0 at home. So we're doing well in our group. And Sundown's potentially going out. I mean, I don't know, have they played each other yet? No, they haven't. So Sundowns have played one against the easy team and then lost against ES Setif. So hopefully Setif and Kaiser Chiefs can go through, because I'm fed up of playing Sundowns at every single opportunity. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out. And I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, though, have a great day.